while since I've been here. I wanted to show you guys a video on how to do your own hair, meaning rollers. A lot of you guys have asked me how I do my own rollers, so I wanted to show you the process. Just a heads up, guys, it's not easy. It takes practice, but it's okay. As long as your hair it's rolled up, just practice makes perfect. So that's all you need to do. So my hair's already washed, and let's get started. So first of all, once you wash your hair, of course you want to have a towel around you. My hair is quite long. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's pretty long. It's up to my waist, so it is a little tedious, I would say. So what I do is, I comb my hair completely out, and what I like to do is put the volume up. What I like to do is comb my hair towards the back, the center part. Comb it towards the back, and then the side parts I like to just go this way. For that reason, the side here is where the rollers are going to go on the side. Same thing here, and this is the roll that's going towards the back. So then, this is where I keep my rollers in a bin like this. Well, like this. And of course, my pins. Okay, so here you have a comb. It can be like this. This is a metal, or it can be something a little thicker. It doesn't matter as long as it's thin. This is what you're going to use to part your hair. At least the front part, because the back is a little bit more difficult, so I kind of just use my fingers. So what I like to do is, I like to part my hair on the side, going all the way down. As I'm going down, I like to just kind of put this to the side where the part is, as you can see. I follow it with my hand to continue the part towards the back. So now all this here is to one side. Then I do the other side. So it's kind of the size of a finger. That would be the width of your part. Then I do this side. And then just continue all the way down. So that part is done. Oops, let's not let that get mixed up. So once this is done, I'm holding, as you can see, look at the width of the hair. So once this is done, I take my comb. Let's get a little closer. I take my comb and I part it to the other side. Then I lift it with this. This is kind of a guide and it helps me part it. And then I put it towards the front. It's actually too thin for me since my hair is kind of thin. So I'm going to do it just a little bit thicker. Comb it down, make sure there's no knots. Then depending on the length of your hair is the type of roller you're going to use, meaning the size. So I like my hair to be straight and to dry pretty fast. So since of course the front part is never as long as the back, I use just the smallest one, or I would say medium size here in the front. Just comb it completely down until it's smooth. Then you take a roller. This is the one I have. A lot of people know this size or seen actually this particular one. So I take it. As you can see, I have my hair hold like this at the end and the roller like this. So I have my thumb in here. So what I'm going to do is I will still be holding this with my thumb inside. I'm going to take the end. I'm going to roll it here. As you can see, my thumb is still inside. I'm going to make sure the ends are nice and flat on the roller, and then it's going to roll it up. So what I'm doing is I put these 4 fingers, or I would say 3, inside the roller, and then my thumb will be out. This is going to be used as a guide to maintain the hair within the roller, so it won't come out the sides right here. So I just use this to roll it up. So there it is. Then I place my bobby pins. And the bobby pins, of course, go on the bottom part right here. So that's done. Then you continue holding it the way we parted it, and continue for the rest of the hair. it becomes more difficult as you go because you know the further back the more difficult and the longer the hair is. So now this part I do towards the front so it can be completely flat so when I blow dry towards the front. Now this part I do them all going down and then rolling it upwards. This way I have no roots. So sorry guys, my towel just keeps on falling. You take it's the same procedure. My thumb is still inside. I'm rolling it up and same thing, I'm using my thumbs here to use as a guide so my hair won't come out from the side. So there it is. As you can see, one came out here, it's okay. Same procedure, my thumb is still inside. I'm rolling it up and same thing, I'm using my thumbs here to use as a guide so my hair won't come out from the side. So there it is. As you can see, one came out here, it's okay. I comb it, make sure you're combing this downwards. Here I use this gray one, which is a lighter gray. It's kind of a medium to large, I would say. Same procedure, that's okay. Ends are nice and flat, and as you can see, I pull it towards downwards and then roll it up. That's done. Okay. Guys, just a heads up, your arms can get tired and frustrated as I first started, and I would get very upset, and I would pull my hair and all that good stuff. So once I have these 3 rollers here in place, what I do is I do the side, because the front hair tends to dry just way faster. You have less hair here, so you produce less heat in the front of your hair than the actual middle part of your hair. So I part it along my ear, like right along my ear. Then I comb this backwards, and here we go. We part it right at the middle. Take the small one, same thing. Thumb is still inside, and I'm still using both thumbs once I do that to prevent hair from coming out from the sides. If you have any fallies, guys, you can just grab it and just roll it. Don't worry about it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then you have the other side, meaning not the other side. What am I talking about? I mean the other roller. Here it goes. Another pin. You can do it this way to put it inside, but at times I go the other way towards the back like this. It's just more comfortable for me. You know, you do whatever works for you. Same thing here, guys. You're gonna part it along your side, as you can see. Okay. Pull it down. I have a little hair here that came out. It's okay. Pull it down and part it. So you have some hair here that came out, I just take it, wrap it. I'm still doing the same thing. The bobby pin goes in the bottom part, not the top. You need the hair or the actual roller to grasp on to the root. Make sure you're always combing out those roots, so it'll come out completely flat. So here it is. Hey, we almost there. This is the way I do it. Then you can continue to do the middle part. Just complete the whole row towards the middle. You know, this roller seems a little low, so let me just tighten it a little bit more. Okay, now here we go. I'm just parting the line. I'm actually using my fingers to follow that roller from the top, so I can actually feel the line of the roller, the parting that I did before. Okay. And just throw it to the side so it won't get mixed up. And then you can use your comb or you can use your finger to part it. Same thing, comb out your roots. I'll just use this to comb that out. For this one, I like, since the middle part for some reason, it's like where you have the most hair for some reason, and it just takes a while for it to dry up. So I take a large one, which is just a purple one. They have different colors, but this is pretty large. Same thing. And then roll it up. As you can see, it's a little struggling because my hair is pretty long. That's that. Then we will continue. And you try to fit, if you're here, you try to fit as many medium-sized rollers as you can, so it'll dry much faster. Now if your hair is short, then just use these all over your hair. Now once I get to the bottom, of course, and I have this last piece, I don't use a large one because when you go in the hair dryer, your whole head won't fit. Meaning the top will, but then the bottom ones will actually stay wet. So here, I just use one of my stones. Thumb is still inside, as I said. Now that's done. Now, so we did the whole middle, we did the sides. Now we have this kind of diagonal area here. So this I kind of part it with my finger. I just use my thumb and I just part it that way. So, and kind of get a feel of how much hair. As I said, you don't want a chunk of hair because then it'll take much, much longer. The less hair you use, the faster you will dry. But if you're using medium-sized to large rollers, definitely don't use too little of a hair, meaning take, you know, a good amount. To this side, I use the same medium to large. as I said, it has to be stuck to your root. So make sure the roller is adjusted to the root. And here we go to the next one. Comb out those roots as I said before. Once again, another one. Okay. That's that. Then again here, now I have these two big ones, now here I will use two small ones. There we go. Comb out the roots all the way down to the end. Always make sure when you comb it out, you go down this way and you kind of hold the end. Make sure it's nice and smooth. Then you roll the tip in and just roll it up. Go under, over, take another small roller, roll in those tips. There we go. The bobby pin, adjust it to the root. That's that. Now we go over to the other side. Let's make sure we comb this out. Once again, with my finger, I kind of lift it so it'll be easier for me to grasp. And there we go. Comb it out, root, all the way down. Take a gray roller or your medium to large, roll it up. Adjust it to the root. So here we go. You take another one, another chunk. Hold on. Make sure that this is like right. Okay. Comb it out, comb it out, comb it out. Bring it down. Take your medium to large roller, roll up those tips, make sure it's nice and flat, and roll it up. Once again, using your thumbs as a barrier so your hair won't fall off on the sides. That's a lot of the issues that most people have. It definitely was one of my issues when I first started doing rollers. My hair was always coming off on the sides and I would get frustrated because it would never hold up. So that is the key or the trick. Here was the other bobby pin. Now I feel this one a little weak, so just adjust. So here we go, the last two. Comb it out, comb it out. Roll it up. Bobby pin, bobby pin, and then last but not least, the last piece, go under to get all those little baby hairs. Those annoying little hairs that just feel like shaving and cutting off, but we're not gonna do because we're not crazy like that. We're just gonna tame them down, and here we go. We're gonna roll them up. We're gonna take the bobby pin, we're gonna pin it in. And I see I have a little hair coming out here in the front. It's okay. It's okay. I'll just pull it off and just roll that baby right inside again. That is all So guys, that's it. This is, oh, so that is it, guys. This is how you do your rollers on your own. As I said, practice makes perfect. My clock says here 19 minutes and 56 seconds it took us to do the rolls on your own. This is a couple of dollars you can save, in your pocket. So if you like it, just give it a thumbs up, share, and just to let you guys know that I also have a YouTube channel. I'll be posting almost the same videos that I put here, but I'll, later on probably do different videos. But guys, thank you so much for the support, and stay tuned for other videos. If you like it, once again, comment, like it, share it, and thanks again. Bye.